Hi, I'm Danny Lillo with NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Moviemaker magazine, and we're here in West Hollywood at the Cambridge Los Angeles showroom, and I'm here with Laura and Lisa with their movie, Penny Roadkill. Let's take a look at a clip.
Sometimes it's nice, you know, to be alone.
And sometimes it's very lonely.
When you stay out that late, I worry. Time can't tell an evening spell of sorrow. Lost for words as I drop on your face. I can go, but I can't stay away.
Laura and Lisa, it's so great to have you here in the studio. Tell us a brief synopsis about your film.
Well, it's, we sort of call it a modern-day Cinderella story, but with roadkill. It's about a solitary 50-year-old roadkill cleaner who one day finds a bright purple high heel under a raccoon and then goes on a quest to find its owner, and they have a lovely unexpected connection.
So what was your inspiration behind the movie?
I actually spent a fall road tripping around Nova Scotia, and there was a lot of roadkill. And it got me thinking, like, whose job is it to clean this up? Like, who actually does this? So I sort of started looking into it. And then I was also really interested in the idea of what a single shoe on the side of the road could tell. You know, like a high heel, for instance, would tell a completely different story than a child's sneaker. So this sort of the two ideas merged, and Penny was born.
That's great. Now, Lisa, you wrote and directed the film. How was that experience for you?
It was incredible. It was really fun. We learned a ton. We had a really great team as well, and we all sort of collaborated to make something that we all feel is really special.
So you guys, this is not your first rodeo. You've worked together before.
No, it is not. We met about 7 years ago doing theater together in the Yukon in Canada. Like split after that contract, and then came back together to work together
3 years ago. A while ago
on some theater things, and then we were doing a bunch of shows together. Lisa was writing and directing and acting in theater, and I was stage managing at the time, and so we kept doing that. And then I was really interested in doing films, and I had gone to a local filmmakers cooperative and talked to them and said to Lisa, do you want to write like films? And so she said, well, I have this idea for this film, you know, about a roadkill cleaner, and she sent me the first draft. And I remember reading it, and I don't know if I called you or I was with her or something, but I like read it, and it's that moment where it's like, oh, like, I really needed it to be good because you're my friend, and I wasn't sure how I was going to tell you if I didn't like this. But it was amazing. Draft 1 was incredible, and draft 23 that we shot was also incredible.
You had two wonderful actors in the movie. What was the casting process like for you?
We worked with a local casting director in Nova Scotia, and so Daniel Lilford, who played Lou, was actually the first person that we saw. He was our first audition, and he came in, and he was so perfect. We at first weren't 100% sure if we were going to go for like older, like in the 50s. So we brought in a few people that were sort of in their late 30s and their 40s. But then once Daniel came in, it was so.
He gave us those pennies.
Yeah, he was like, "Brought you guys good luck pennies," and we're like, "Okay." And then his audition was incredible. Yeah. And then Shelley Thompson is a phenomenal actress. She is done so much work. She worked in the UK a bunch, and she's worked all over Canada. She was in Labyrinth. You know, she played the stepmom.
She was in Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She played the stepmom.
Oh, she did? Wow.
Yeah. When she was in her 20s. And she was so fantastic as well. And Daniel and Shelley had worked together on a couple projects before, and so we knew that they had the chemistry, and yeah.
Now, you guys are from Canada, and you had beautiful locations. How difficult was that to find?
Lisa's great Aunt Mal's house is what we used as our location. It was timed really well. She moved in with Lisa's family, so there was just this like empty house that Lisa's sister was eventually buying to like do all these renovations on. So we had a completely locked down house. That was like fully decorated, fully, you know, like everything was there. So our production designer came in and was like, this is a gold mine, because he just took things from other rooms and like compiled them together.
Yeah, because we had been looking at some different locations, but everything was really modern and like kind of a little more fancy, and we're like, that's not Lou.
This movie. No.
But then Mal's house was like basically preserved in the style from the, I don't know, 70s. You know, she hadn't updated it since, so it was just perfect. And then all of the exterior shots were just done on the sort of the cul-de-sac around her.
Oh wow.
It was, we were just the one location the whole weekend. It was perfect.
Lora, you produced this film. What were some of the challenges when making the film?
It's funny, we talk about the shoot all the time, because it was our first big shoot with lots of money and lots of people. And I remember we stood next to each other on the first day, and like people started showing up, and we were like, holy, I can't swear. We were just like, holy crap, like all of these people are here to make this movie. I hope we get it right, you know, but it was actually quite great. Everyone, like there was no moment that I was like, oh my gosh, put out that fire, which we walked away from the film feeling quite lucky about that, knowing that like it was a total fluke and like wouldn't stay that way. And that's something we would have to pay for.
Beginner's luck.
Yeah, exactly, beginner's luck or whatever it was. But no, we were our team was incredible. We had a lot of really, really experienced people come out to help us. So we didn't have, no one like forgot the grip truck or burned down or like lost a shoe or, you know what I mean? So it was pretty...
Yeah, it was, I mean, it was challenging just because it is just challenging to make a film, and, you know, editing is always like stressful, and then, but there wasn't anything really, like, yeah, we just had a lot of fun, and yeah, we just sort of went with it. It was great.
So you've gone through pre-production and you've made this beautiful film, and you've been selected by NewFilmmakers Los Angeles. What does that mean to you guys?
Oh my gosh. We were like, I think we jumped up and down a lot. We jump up and down a lot.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I got the call, and I was like, I looked at my phone, I'm like, Los Angeles? Who's calling me from there?
Yeah.
And Laura we were living together at the time.
Yeah.
And she was sleeping, and I like ran into her room. I was like, wake up! We're going to LA! It was pretty funny.
Yeah,
Like,
it was really great. The opportunity to like come to LA at all is wonderful, but just the networking here is phenomenal. You know, we all showed our shorts yesterday, and we all went up to each other afterwards and had a chat and saw what other people are interested in doing. And so we met a bunch of filmmakers from the AFI Institute, and so we started chat and hung out with them for the rest of the night. Like after the after party for the film festival, we went and hung out with them, and now have like new friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love NewFilmmakers. It's about collaborating and meeting each other, isn't it?
Yeah,
It was
absolutely.
really great.
And everyone seems really like-minded and really open and generous. So it's just great to have dialogue with people that you don't normally get to have dialogue with.
Yeah.
Lora and Lisa, thank you so much for coming out today. It's been a pleasure to see your film, and we wish you the very best of luck in the future.
Thank you.